Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames and we're back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Kim, Kanye, and the entire situation that they have going on as it relates to custody, joint custody, and is Kanye even entitled to joint custody at this point in time? Let's talk about it, shall we? Because I did a video yesterday saying that Kim Kardashian is a bigger person because after everything Kanye had done and said about her, the kids and everything, Kim used her private jet, flew the kids to Tokyo, Japan so that they could see their father and spend birthday with him. And people were like, Kim had no choice. It's not that she's a bigger person. Kanye is paying $200,000 a month. Kanye has joint custody. And this is very indicative that, people either, don't understand the terms and conditions of a joint custody agreement, or it could be just that people truly don't know, because if you really don't know, you really don't know. And that's where I come in. So I'm happily here to shine some light into all of that as to why I say Kim Kardashian is the bigger person. Because first of all, Kanye West has violated the terms and conditions that the court has in place for their joint custody agreement. And he has violated it over a dozen times in order for him to lose joint custody and Kim get primary custody. Based on Kanye's actions, he should not even be seeing his kids. And if anyone is paying attention, they would know legally if Kim had taken Kanye to court. Well, I've seen people on social media saying it. People on social media, in all honesty, they are completely aware that if Kim should make a move, he would lose all of his custodial rights to the child. And I realize that people are so jet set on always saying that Kanye is never wrong, even when he's wrong. So let me point out a few things to you guys that Kanye has done to violate the terms and conditions of the joint custody agreement. So one of the main no-nos that he did was when he shared the text message from the mediation. Anything that is discussed in mediation between Kim and Kanye's attorney, it should never be disclosed by either Kim or Kanye unless the court has granted them consent to do so. When you reveal that communication, as it relates to having North on that daily sample, that was Kanye violating co-parenting, and that's like a strike against Kanye West, okay? Now, while that was a big deal, it's not as major as the other things that Kanye has done. So, the second thing that Kanye has done is he has proven that he's dangerous to kids. And he's not someone that should be trusted around kids if Kim should have taken him back to court. He made inflammatory statements about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids. And then after he made those statements about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids, he went back to say he's sorry that he said it, but it was kind of funny tweeting it. So it shows that he is the individual who will go to any extent to hurt an individual once they have done something to him that he is in disapproval of. Even if it means that that person is pulling their friendship away from Kanye, once Kanye is disapproving of you pulling your friendship away from him, if he can't hurt you, he's going to hurt your kids. And that's a huge violation, even though his statements, if that statement was not about his kids, it's a violation as well. The other thing that Kanye did to violate his custodial rights is him rejecting his kids. People say he did not denounce his kids, and the people who said he didn't denounce his kids, I understand that you love to support Ye. I understand that Ye can do no wrong for you, but it's not a matter of what you or I think. You have to just go back and look at the terms and conditions of co-parenting, and especially for the state of California. California believes in family, and you have to do something that's really horrible for you to lose your co-parenting status. Kanye has checked all the boxes of doing everything horrible to lose co-parenting of his kids. Because when he went out and he said he should have never had kids with Kim, that's him denouncing his kids, right? Because if he never had kids with Kim, he wouldn't have these 4 kids. He might would have had kids, but no one knows how much. Is it 1, 2, or 3, or 4? And for sure, it would not be North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm. So it all boils down to logics and common sense. He did denounce his kids, and he did it not once, not twice, not 3 times, repeatedly, okay? It doesn't end there. Kanye took a photograph that was never on social media. Never on social media. That photograph was of Chicago. That was a photograph that was within the family circle. Kim was smart enough to not put that photograph on the internet because she knows there are pedalites out there. She's not perfect because she has put other photographs out there of North wearing makeup and other stuff. But while Kim just posted those photographs, here's what Kanye did that makes what he did so harmful and even until this day existingly dangerous. Dangerous to the kids, dangerous to him, the father, and dangerous to the mother, but extremely dangerous to the child. He took an innocent photograph that was never available in the public domain, and he said to the public, I don't want you guys to look at this photograph as an innocent photograph. I want you to look at my little girl in a sexual manner. Look at what she has on her lips. I don't want you to think of it as milk. And he gave a kind of life to a photograph that was not. He persuaded sick people to look at an innocent photograph in an inappropriate manner. And that photograph that he used on the internet to persuade people to look at in a opposite manner, that within it itself is ground for him to lose joint custody. Because if you're doing that as a father to a photograph, what else won't you do? So, when I say Kim Kardashian is the bigger person, I'm just looking at things for what they are. I'm looking at the facts. I'm looking at how much Kanye has violated his custodial rights. That's what I'm talking about. With him saying, that he hasn't seen Saints since the start of 2025, and there's evidence that he has, that's minute, that's minor. But when it comes to the things that are dangerous, things that are harmful, especially to the kids, that's why I say Kim is the bigger person, because if Kim wasn't the bigger person, she would have moved in for primary legal custody or full custody of the kids. And she wouldn't even need to submit any evidence because everything is just on the internet. So let's give Kim her flowers where it's due. She's the bigger person. She's the better person. And the things that Kanye has done, there's no excuse for you to put your kids in a line of danger like that, and having Northwest around Andrew Tate, there's definitely no excuse for those things. And as such, Kim Kardashian is definitely the bigger person and the better person. It shows that she's not the monster that we think she is, and she's not evil as we think she is. However, at the end of the day, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but the facts is what will always stand for me as a creator. I have to look at the facts and the laws and where ye has gone wrong. And it is definitely not within my intention to encourage or facilitate his bad behaviors, because it's going to only hurt him and the kids in the end. It's going to hurt kids even more. So let's give Kim where credit is due. And if we can't, it's okay. But I just wanted to bring that awareness to y'all's attention, who said that Kim has to. She doesn't have to. She's being the bigger person, and no one even knows if Kanye is paying child support, because Kanye has a problem with paying money. And he might be on the internet bragging about paying child support because he knows that Kim never talks bad about him and she's not going to react to it, and he's just taking chances at saying it. But no one even knows if he's paying child support for sure, because he has a bad habit and he has a pattern where he doesn't love to pay his bills, nor his dues, nor his taxes. And if he doesn't have a habit of being punctual with other payments, I doubt he's being punctual with his child support either. But that's just my 2 cents on the matter and putting in the facts there. Leave a comment below. Stay safe. Peace.